Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another cast with Trend Following Tyson, and let's get the markets in a proper perspective. This is the July, the mid-July stock analysis. So let's see where we're sitting. Let's make sure that we're sitting in the right places. All right, let's take up a word from Soros, and we're talking about winning big when we're winning. All right. So, okay, we're in the middle of July. We're more than halfway through the year now. The thing that I like about trend following, in my opinion, is that if you're trend following correctly, all right, then some of these, you know, if we're halfway through the year, and we'll take a look at some of the charts, and the charts show you that when the year starts, 2019 first opened up, there's some stocks that kind of gave you a clue to what they were going to do for this year. So if a stock's going to double itself, triple itself, even quadruple itself in the years in between the start of that year, when we start opening up our new trend following positions, if we're going to quadruple ourselves or double ourselves in price, we need to be sitting right inside those trends until they're done. And if those trends are going to start in January of 2019 and run all the way until December of 2019, then we should be long until December 2019, until those trends reverse or until those trends start showing weaknesses or start sustaining themselves, not setting higher highs and lows. Okay, so this is what we need to be aware of, guys. So let's take a look at the markets. Let's put it in a proper perspective, and let's see what stocks we're trading and what we're not trading. Let's take up a word from none other than billionaire trend follower George Soros. It's not whether you're right or wrong that's important, but how much money you make when you're right and how much you lose when you're wrong. It's not about whether you're right or you're wrong, okay? But it's about you winning big when you're right and you losing small when you're wrong, okay? Let's separate the men from boys in this trading here. All right. Take up one more beautiful quote from George Soros, and that one right there, guys, that one was major, man. So we need to be winning big if we're winning, and we need to be losing small when we're losing. That's the name of this game, all right? There's no point in being confident in having a small position. There's no point in being confident in a position and having a small position in that position, all right? And it's not necessarily that, I understand what he's saying. It's not necessarily that we're being confident in this position, because we never know what positions are going to work and which ones aren't. But being confident, he's meaning when we're putting on a position and it's showing us that it's a winner, there's no need in us having a small position there, and it's showing us it's a winner and we believe it's a winner and it's showing us it's a winner. Let's make sure that we are winning and not having on a small position when positions are showing us that they're working in our favor and that they could possibly quadruple themselves. Okay, all right, let's do this. Let's jump into the trend picture. Beautiful stuff from George Soros. I just thought I should bring that to you guys dead smack in the face. And there's some other stuff that George Soros has some really good stuff on trend following. This is one of the trend following godfathers, so to speak, and someone that if he has something to say about trend following, we'll take it in regards. Remember, we're just taking up work from the greats and just trying to model that image. Okay, so let's move on. Beautiful stuff from Soros. Let's not be confident in the small position. Let's not be confident in a position and have on a tiny teeny weeny position that's not going to do anything for our accounts when that stock or when that position quadruples itself in price. All right, let's make sure we're hitting these things out the park and we're really getting what we deserve to be sitting inside these stocks. Let's get on to the trend picture AU. Remember, we were trading this thing early in the year, talking about things showing us they're correct. All right, this thing showing you that it was obviously right when we got over this price over here to the left, over at 15.79. All right, so we got over this, and look at AU, a $19 stock. Man, I was trading this thing at $12. I was trading this thing up into this area, man, and kind of got a weak hand. And look at that, beautiful stuff there. AU, $19 stock. I like it at where it's long now. Go ahead and get on that ride. Silver's looking okay right now. SLV is looking okay. This is for you guys that are kind of trading the silver and the gold. So that AU was the African gold thing. That's giving you a picture of what gold's doing. So if that AU is trending higher and higher, setting higher highs and lows, then obviously that whole gold picture is going to be setting higher and higher highs and lows. This is silver overall. This isn't just a company inside of silver. That one we just looked at was a company inside of gold. We're looking at silver overall, and it's in a clear up trend. Okay. All right, so it looks decent. I don't trade those kind of commodities, but you guys go ahead, take a look at it. Gapped up over 15. I'd stop myself out below that. Let's take a look at Aqua. Beautiful stuff here. I like stocks that have this kind of a look to them, this kind of a feel to them, so to speak. All right, I have a really good, man, there were so much beautiful quotes from Soros that I saw when I was getting ready to get you guys stuff ready, but we'll take up some more quotes from Soros next time. All right, here goes Aqua, man, just sitting up really high, looking really decent. Let's pan out a little bit. All right, so here's this thing here, man. I got a good eye for one. You know, there's some things you're good at in the market, and there's just some things that you're better at seeing than other people are. And I'm just really good at seeing a stock when it's kind of headed somewhere. I'm really good at seeing prices reversing, and I'm good at getting long and kind of letting those things play out. So a lot of upside here inside this Aqua if it gets going. Stop yourself out below 13. ARQL kind of got weak with the market because the market's kind of really shaky right now, but like I told you guys so many times, when we're in a clear uptrend, if the market itself, like the S&P, if we're in a clear uptrend, guys, all right, and we start pulling back, we're buying pullbacks and long-term uptrends. We learned this from Tintorelli. I don't know how many millions of times we talked about this. Buying pullbacks and long-term uptrends. If we're in a clear uptrend and the stock starts pulling back for whatever reason, and then it shows us that it's going to gather some strength inside that pullback, we should be buying those. ARQL showing a perfect example of that. Stop yourself out below this block of price here. Let's just say 10. All right, 9.95. ARQL, give that thing some room. Give that thing some room to work. BRFS, I already brought this to you guys earlier this year, way early this year. All right, I liked BRFS because of the way it looked, and let me show you how it looked. All right, so this is how it looked. This is what made me interested in it, because we were curling. When you pan out price on the 5-year, prices are curling, and it looks like we're getting ready to do a whole roundabout, and there's no telling what this price is going to take back. So on the 5-year, we're rounding, and then when you pan in, you should see some strength, and boom, there it is. I like to buy this thing now. As you see, uptrend pullback, here we are, uptrend, probably possible pullback, and for some continuation. And you see we pull back here, and we already started to move, already grounding, moving through that. Use this as a bottom. Stop yourself out below 850. Okay, BRFS, get long there. I like a long in BRFS right now, and we've already been looking at that thing all year long. CCC, so many tickers in here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to give them all to you guys. So many tickers inside this thing that I'm looking at. CCC, all right, that's just too much for this stock, obviously. Whoa, and I don't like that picture. So this is obviously a newer stock, so to speak. All right, CCC kind of up here in this thing at the in a clear uptrend. I just like it for what it's doing. I like to follow this momentum. So stop yourself out below 15, and let's see if that thing keeps going. See what we can get out of that thing there. CCC, DBD. We were trading this thing earlier this year, and I remember some guy on my Twitter. What about DBD? What about DBD? I said, hey man, a stock. Just like George Soros said, man, we win big when we win, and we lose small when we lose. Okay, so here goes DBD. Let's just see what it did. Remember, I was talking to you guys about stocks that kind of show you a clear picture of where they're going and what they're doing. So this is one of them here, this DBD, and it just kind of gave a really precise idea of what it was doing and where it was going. Wait a second. Okay, so as you can see, we were already trading this thing. Wait a second, get all this crap off here. As you guys see, we were already trading this thing, right? And here, there's a lot of marks and stuff on here. Okay, so we were trading this thing when it started rounding here, and guys are talking about what is this, a loser and all this kind of crap, dude. Look, we were trading this thing here when prices started rounding above this price to the left. Okay, we got long here before this thing jumped out. We got long around 5 at we got long at this breakout 520, whatever this is. Prices jumped into 7 and went all the way into 13. And then they started to kind of, and this is where we took our profits at here. We took profits when we failed to close below this, to stay above this 1250 area. Okay. All right. So that's not really a losing trade. That's a winning trade. All right. We traded correctly. Now, as you see, this stock is starting to show some strength, rebounding here. There's no telling, but this thing could continue to round up. So DBD looking good. I like that thing for long, and for continuation. Stop yourself out below this stuff here. This is the bottom of the barrel. Let's just say 825. All right. Ego. Let's take a look at Ego. Looking damn good. El Dorado. Another thing out of this gold space, guys. Another thing out of this gold space. All right. Just in a clear uptrend. Boom. You don't question price. And there it is. Ego just on a tear. kind of with all the other gold on a tear. All right, that's another stock inside that gold thing. Flex, I like Ego for what it is doing. Stop yourself out below 7. Give yourself some room because that thing could just continue to move and move and move. All right, Flex, giving you some good, showing you a good opportunity. I like these kind of charts. When we get to a bottom, price has discovered itself at a clear bottom and says we're not going to trade this low and we're going to reverse. And when price shows you that it's reversing, you don't question price, you just get long. Stop yourself out below this area here. Means there may be an issue if we cannot hold this. All right, that's almost a whole dollar, but so don't have a very large position inside of there until we get, that thing gets situated. But Flex, looking good. One of the better looking stocks. I like those kind of looks. And I wanted to take a look at LSCC, kind of give you guys an idea. So when we say that we're trading trends, and this is another trend we were trading since last year. And why did we like it? Because it was doing this here. This is why we liked LSCC for just this little structure here. This is my bread and butter. When I noticed this structure coming into prices, holding higher highs and lows, very firm 2 o'clock trajectory here. This is my bread and butter. I start getting long on this. Okay, so we were already watching LSCC before it gapped up and did all this stuff here. All right, we've been watching this stock for some time. All right, this isn't our first time looking at this stock. All right, so boom, clear uptrend, and LSCC looking really good. So one of the better looking stocks. I like that thing. No telling where it's going to stop. No telling where that trend's going to stop. So stop yourself out below 1585. You know what's real funny is I was listening to the chartist. I was on Twitter and I was looking at the chartist on there. This gentleman named the chartist, and he was making up an analogy, so to speak, about getting on a bus, not missing the bus, talking about trends. How many times have we discussed that? And I talked to him a little bit, commenting on his tweet. Hey man, how many times have I told my guys about the people here about us following trends and getting on the bus and things like that? I mean, it was spot on. So you guys know when a bus shows you that it's in a route, we don't question anything. It's just like if you're riding on a bus, you guys want to catch that stop, you just make sure you're there. You already know that we're in a clear uptrend. You can see that prices are going to keep continuing where they're moving, so we don't question price. We just get long. And this was a winner. I just like to show you guys again, man. Sometimes we just know what the hell we're talking about. When we're following trends, we don't question them. So ROKU was something else that we were trading, and we just liked the way it looked. And as you see this year, just when the year started, we were in a clear, obvious. When the year started, this is what I was saying when we opened the show. When the year starts off and the stock shows you, okay, we're going to do something this year, and it obviously prices reversed, that's your clue to get long, and you stay long until the year is over with. When I opened up the show, I said, if you see a stock that opens up in 2019, January of 2019, and starts going green and starts developing a clear uptrend, you get long. And your intention as a good trend follower when you get long is say, I'm getting long on this stock and I'm going to sit here until the year is over. If this trend stays intact, until this trend stays intact, I'm going to be here for the whole year. And if you did that with ROKU, you've already doubled. You've doubled yourself in price. Okay, you've doubled yourself. So what I say about stocks going to triple and double themselves in price, what do you need to do? You need to sit still and stay long. Okay, because what are we doing? We're trying to buy stocks at 250 and sell them at 250. All right, we're trying to balance. Let's be realistic. We're trying to buy stocks for 250 and sell them at 25, or we're trying to buy stocks at 25 and sell them for 150. Okay, that's what we're doing as good trend followers, in my opinion. That's what I like to do. So let's get this ENPH going. Clear uptrend here. All right, so I'm long this thing. You guys know me, man. I don't make my trading difficult at all. I do not make my trading difficult. And when I notice these clear up trends, I just, you guys are only seeing this part from this year. Most of these trends, we've been following them when they were cheaper. And which is my point when I said buying things at 250 and selling them at 20. We were already looking at ENPH. I did not just put this on here now. It would make no sense for me to even do that. That's irrelevant. I made this when obviously price was in this part of the structure. When price was here, I don't know if we can. Yeah, I don't want to mess the screen. I don't want to mess it up. But when price was here, guys, this is when we made this. All right. And look what price has done since it. Take all this part of the chart off. Take this off, okay? Understand how good we are with our trend following. How freaking solid we are. Take this part of the chart off, okay? This is where we were getting long. Right here. Right here. And why were we getting long? Because this stock was rounding. And I said, this is a beautiful rounding bottom. One of the best stocks as a trend follower. When something is rounding as a trend follower, meaning prices may be getting ready for a long haul like this. So boom, $2, $2.50, and look at that, $20 stock. So when we sit long and we let our winners work, man, we sit long and we let our winners go to work. So you guys can't tell us crap about good trend following because we're doing it right here. All right, so MAXR, another really good looking stock. I mean, this one just, I just don't, just like we just looked at with ENPH, we just let the stock, we just let the chart show us. We don't follow fundamentals. We don't follow any of that. We don't have a clue of how any of that stuff's going to work out. We don't trade a stock based on the fundamentals. We buy and sell based as good trend followers, just based on what the chart is showing us. And if the chart is showing us, hey man, this could be a home run, this could be a woe nally, then we let that work out. All right, what's the best thing we could do? So MAXR, just struggling right here for a little while. This thing's kind of taking longer than, all right. MAXR, curling, I like this structure here, boom for long, continuation, MAXR. Just let me pan out because this is where we had where it kind of showed us what we're doing. Oh man, this looks really good risk to reward. If this is the bottom, we're risking, what are we risking at? $3 from where we're at now, $5. This is the risk. This is the bottom of the chart. This is the risk. Now look at the upside, the reward. Here's the risk capped off, and here's the reward. Here's the reward. All this upside here is the reward if this stock could cover this ground. Now, out of all the stocks that we just looked at, out of all those home runs that we've hit, is it possible, yes or no, that this stock could continue to round like some of the other home runs we saw? Yes, of course it is. And here's the risk down here at the bottom. Beautiful risk reward setup here. I like MAXR for long, and give yourself some room in that thing. Don't wobble yourself out of a home run. All right, don't trick yourself out of a home run. Give yourself some room for that one to wiggle. I'd say 750, 650. MOBL, I think this one had a really good chart that looked decent for us. All right, and then we're gonna look at a few more tickers and we'll close up. MOBL, well, we're still struggling here just a little bit with this thing. Jeez. So, you guys know, so look what we heard from George Soros, all right? We have all these huge winners, all right? Buying ENPH, have some patience. Huge winners, we're buying them at $2 and selling them at $20. That's ridiculous. I see guys that are buying stocks at the market for 5 seconds or 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and getting a 25-cent gain or, a dollar gain at the top, and they're thinking that they're sitting on top of the world. I'm like, man, we are literally buying and selling things at, $5 and selling them at 25. I mean, we're doubling and quadrupling our price, our entry points, man. It's ridiculous. We're not getting anywhere near what these guys are talking about. We're hitting home runs. MOBL, I like this risk to reward. I like what we're doing rounding here. Let's see if it can open up some of that chart. All right. MOBL, PAYS. We just do not deny a good trend when one's in play. We just don't deny it. We let it work. All right, here goes PAS. I saw this thing a long time ago, earlier in the year, around $7, $8, $9. I'm pretty sure if you go back on one of the shows, you guys would see it. But when this thing was lifting off like this, we were already looking at it for long. Okay, so don't give me crap. When this is our bread and butter, stocks lifting off the tarmac, and we get long. We don't question price. If you notice price doing it, don't be like, oh, well, I don't know, the fundamentals or whatever else says the news. Who cares a damn about that? Price is the ultimate factor here. And as a good trend follower, you don't question price, you just get long. When we start breaking out of key areas, all right? So PAYS, if you missed that, oh, that feels so bad, doesn't it? But boom, clear uptrend there. That thing's in beast mode. I'd like to get long, man, and just see what's going to happen there. I mean, it looks like it's overextended, quote unquote, as I heard many people say, but we don't try to question what's going to happen, dude. We just let these things work out. So I like that for long. Stop yourself out 16 below that last big bar there. SBS, this is coming out of the shipping space, and let's just see what we got here. Not too bad of a trend developing here, man. If we could see stuff like this, that last one, PAYS, just things obviously showing you they're getting ready to do something. Man, that's just so beautiful, man. I love to see that. I can look at charts all day long and see that. So here we are with this SBS kind of sitting at the top here. You guys see this trend at the top, and you know, looks halfway decent. SBS. All right, kind of sitting at the top there, trading, trying to continue. All right. Let's take a look at one more TERP, and then we'll close up, and I'll see you guys next week. TERP. VSLR is also on the list. VRAY is on the list. Solo's on the list as well. Solo's one of the better looking stocks. Okay. All right. Look at this TERP. Don't question price. Do not question price. TERP. I mean. Looking really good. Stop yourself out below this 2019, when the 2019, the low of this beginning of the year, of last year. All right. That's the 5 year. That's the 5 year. We need to pan out to see what our risk to reward is, to see kind of where a stock's going or where it could be going. And we look in here. When you pan into the 1 year, you should see some strength, and you get long in that strength. All right. TERP, get long on that thing, guys. Stop yourself out below 14. All right. Let's look at one more. I wanted to look at Solo, and then we'll close up. Solo, man. TERP, Solo. These things looking really damn good on these charts, man. MAXR, you know, with the upside breaking out. Total good risk to reward setups, man. Undeniable stuff. I like this Solo. I know we don't really trade this kind of crap, but let's just see if this holds, and let's see what happens here. All right. See if this price level holds down here at the bottom. And if it doesn't hold, all right, good. We'll lose small, but if we're going to win, we're going to win big. Because if we're going to win, look at all this reward up here. And if we're going to lose, we're going to lose small right here. Boom. Just like George Soros said. All right. So stop yourself out below this 225 and see if that upside continues. To have some patience. Let them work. They're not going to trade overnight. All right. They're not going to work overnight, but let them work. Don't rush them. Let them work. All right. TNDM, you guys know that thing's still kind of struggling to have some higher highs and lows, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll see you guys next week. That's the mid-July stock analysis. You know, trade safe, happy trend following, and see you guys soon. All right, trade safe, and kind of let's do what George Soros said, man. Make a huge winner, dude. Don't have a small position in a beautiful working stock that's working so beautifully. Let's make the money back beautifully. Also, we heard that beautiful words from a billionaire as we opened up today. Okay, guys, trade safe. See you later.